Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Today is January 14th, 2020. The time is 6 o'clock p.m. Mr. Ramirez, do you have was the meeting posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act?
Mr. President, yes, it was posted at 1 p.m. on the 10th of January in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act. Thank
you, sir. We do have a full quorum with all members of the board being present. Mr. Dan Diaz, Councilman Gilbert Enriquez, Mr. Roland Gomez, ECISD trustee Mr. Javier Salinas, and myself. We also have Mr. Ruben Ramirez, our interim director, and Mr. Aaron Vela, our legal counsel. Was there any public comments? No? Okay.
No, Mr. President.
No public comments, so we'll go straight into number 4, presentation from the Edinburg Chamber of Commerce regarding Fiesta Edinburg. Ronnie?
Good evening. Thank you for having us. My name is Ronnie Laralde. I'm the Executive Director of the Edinburgh Chamber of Commerce. And to my right, I have Deanne Garza. She is our Director of Marketing and Special Events. Thank you for having us today and giving us the opportunity to present to you. In regards to Fiesta Edinburgh, it's our 52nd annual Fiesta Edinburgh. It's a big tradition we have in the city. It's a big community event. And we wanted to come and talk to you a little bit about this year's event. It's happening February 20th through the 23rd. And of course, you know, we've always had a big partnership with the Edinburgh EDC and of course the City of Edinburgh and our title sponsor, Bert Ogden Fiesta Chevrolet. So at the moment, I'm going to play a little video for you all so you can kind of see the sights and sounds of Fiesta Edinburgh. That's just a little shot of Fiesta Edinburgh in the past years. You know, last year we were at Edinburgh Municipal Park. This year we're moving Fiesta Edinburgh back to HEB Park, so it's going to be a great venue to showcase the great things that are happening over there. In the past, you know, we've had regional acts and big country artists. Our last performance there, we had Josh Turner. But we've had Roger Krager, we've had La Mafia, Intocable, and the list just, you know, continues. We have locked in our country artist for this year and our Mexican artist for this event, but we're planning to have a press conference that shows all the entertainment and all the details of that event. So we're hoping the EDC, you know, we've always had a great partnership with the EDC, and we're hoping they come on board again with the title sponsorship this year. We are adding a few things to Fiesta. We're having the Flores Family Thrill Show. They came out on America's Got Talent. We're also having an actual Transformer car. That should be a nice attraction for the kids. And we're also adding a petting zoo at this year's event. Of course, the carnival's always a big draw. We have crowds upwards of 5,000 on Thursday just on the carnival alone. Estimated attendance is over 10,000 within the 3 days of the festival. So again, Fiesta Edinburgh, February 20th through the 23rd. And we're hoping you guys can partner up with us again for this great event. Do you guys have any questions? Or?
I got just 2 questions, Ronnie. When's your press conference?
We're looking at next Friday.
Next Friday, which would be, what's today? You have a date, a number? Tuesday, the 24th maybe?
Are planning to do the 24th, yeah.
24th, do you have a time?
It'll be approximately 2 p.m. We're just waiting for our artists to give us the rights when we can announce and actually start ticket sales.
Okay. And that'll be done here, press conference, in the
We-
chamber?
We have it at Bird Ogden Fiesta, our title sponsor,
Okay.
at their Fiesta Chevrolet dealership.
Okay, my second question, you're going back to HEB Park. Are they letting you use it for free now?
No, they're not. We've actually, the first year we did, we were able to, they lent us the facilities because it was their opening time.
Right.
After that, we didn't go back to HEB Park because we were trying to work out some deals with them as far as, expenditures. This time we've had the opportunity to, we partnered up with Cookham. They gave us a price ceiling, and we negotiated a smaller level of pricing for us. So we agreed to not go above certain fees, and we were able to negotiate that with.
So what are they charging you, the park?
The park, we will not go over $7,500 for the whole use of the entire week. When you consider the carnival comes and sets up on Sunday evening, they'll be there the entire week through Sunday. But that's just to use the facilities, including electricity, their water, all the rights to the amphitheater, their green rooms, all that's included. Back in 2017, it was upwards of 3 times, 4 times that.
Yeah, because I know you guys had come and started having it at the municipal park because of that cost.
Correct.
But of course, with us, it's free, so
Yes.
that,
And we love the facilities at Edinburg Municipal Park. It's just logistically, it's hard to handle that type of entertainment. The time we did have Intocable, we had them perform in one of the baseball fields, and their semi or their the bus got stuck in the baseball field because it rained. So it's, some of those, we love the park, it's beautiful, it's hard to do an event of that magnitude.
yeah, I remember Coach Garza was upset that all the mud was out there and stuff,
Yeah.
messing up
We had
their
to
fields.
get a tractor to pull out the bus, in the middle of center field. So those are some of the problems we face when you're trying to get bigger entertainment, and having a fenced area for crowd control, for police, and all that good stuff. Yeah.
All right, that's all I got, gentlemen.
Is there a fee to get into that?
The event is free. For the concert, there is.
Okay.
Yes.
And they charge for parking, or parking
No.
free also?
No.
Do you all have a plan B for access additional parking? Because I know that,
Yes, so what we tend to is use the parking there at HEB Park. There's two empty lot fields that they will mark off for us, so we can add additional parking. We can also access the municipal park through the bridge they have through the backside of the amphitheater. So we've utilized that in the past, especially for that 2017 where we had a sold-out show of 3,000, and we were able to utilize all those areas for parking.
now those, the communities parking far away, do we provide little golf carts or little shuttle buses to make it closer, better?
We haven't. We can consider we'll reach out to maybe Valley Metro and see where we can partner up with them and have some transportation if, it's extended on the other side. The parking lot on Municipal Park there's a bridge right near it. You can pass through those fields on the side, so we won't be able to have a metro line there, but they'll be able to walk closer to the event.
I'm just saying for the older
Yes.
community members.
And we typically have, we have volunteers out there in the parking lot. We section off an area for that, to be ADA compliant. As far as some of the spaces we've taken up through the carnival side, we got to make sure we have them on the opposite end of the park to make sure we have enough parking for that.
I have a question.
Go ahead. Yes,
I
sir.
have a question. Will all revenue be the chambers?
Yes. Well, no. So all the revenue we make, but they'll make some revenue off of beverages. The park. The park will make money off of beverages. sold at the concert, correct.
Alcoholic only or all beverages?
Alcohol and one concessionaire. We do have vendors that also participate, so we have like a non-competitive clause as far as the park, so they have beverages and they have one concessionaire, but we have the option of 20 vendors to have, to sell those spaces where we make the revenue off of that.
Okay, so then it's not just $7,500 that he's making. He's making $7,500 plus revenue off the alcohol.
Correct,
and
correct, yeah.
regular beverages and a concession.
We don't have to pay, so in years past where we have to purchase the beer, man the beer, and, you know, we don't have to buy the beer. And, you know, so it's kind of a, we've looked at the numbers and it kind of balances out as far as our experience in selling these, the beverages at the concerts.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Ronnie, thanks for coming. Gilbert took one of my questions. Yeah, my question is, where does the money go that's produced? And do you have any stats from last year's event? Do you have any stats with you?
Let's see if I brought them. We bring that money. We bring that money back into the Chamber's program of work. So this is part of our mission, is quality of life. Of course, this event, Texas Cookem, is another big event in July that we do. All that money goes back into the Chamber Fund, and it helps promote our next event or next year's event, different programs that we have for the business community. But just to give you an idea, last year, the production cost of this event was $100,000. We were able to profit close to 40 from that event from last year. And that's, of course, being at Municipal. I will tell you, back in 2017, being at H-E-B Park, we had almost doubled that amount. Being there because it was a greater artist, a bigger volume, we were able to make more profit on that event.
At the H-E-B Park, you mean?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
But at that time, they weren't charging us.
Oh, it was free.
That's why.
And your numbers at the Bicentennial Park that is free, did that include alcohol sales, and you got 100% of all the
Yes, it did.
sales?
And the expense as well.
Do you have a ballpark figure on how many people attended your event?
Let me see. So last year, we don't have a ballpark figure as far, because it was a free event, and that's because it was a free event last year. The previous year, we sold 2,500 tickets, and that was with Intocave and La Mafia. So the combination between, you know, the carnival, you know, that's 5,000 people. It was
The
close to 10,000
festival and the
people,
concert, yeah. Nice, thank you.
And in 2017, we did sell, the amphitheater capacity was 3,000, so we were able to sell that amount of tickets.
Ronnie, I'm sorry.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead. Dan.
And the entertainment, it's a agreed amount, or do they get part of the sales, or how does that work?
It's a guaranteed amount.
Guaranteed amount?
Correct.
Got you. Thank you.
Ronnie, I know when it was at the municipal park, as far as the concert, it was in the baseball field, so you had it was easy to control who was going in there, because you can only get into the dugout doors, right?
Mm-hmm.
How are you going to control at H-E-B Park as far as the concert area?
So through H-E-B Park, everyone's going to be funneled through the soccer field,
Okay.
so we can get an actual count. Of course, they got to run through security and all that good stuff. When you go through the back, there's a vendor pad area. On the back side, if you're familiar with it, there's a good separation between the vendor pads and the amphitheater. The last time we did the concert there, they set up the
barricade or something?
barricades,
Okay.
and they have their own ticketing. And
Yeah.
this includes also, you know, that flat fee includes their ticketing as well. Their staff to pick up trash in that area, cleaning the restrooms, and ticketing the event. That includes that as well.
Salinas, I know you had another
Yeah,
question.
one more question, Ronnie.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that it's not uncommon for you all to ask the owner to have a split on alcohol sales. I know he's making at least a 90 or higher % markup per item per beer. So it's not uncommon practice
Correct.
for you guys to say, hey, let's do a 70-30 split, a 60-40 split on the profits of that.
Mhm.
I used to be in that business for many years, so
Mhm.
there's a lot of negotiations that you guys can be doing that I don't know if you're aware of. And it only
Definitely.
behooves of the owner to say, you know what, we'll do that split. I mean, they're still gonna come out the winner all the time.
And I will tell you, we've had that negotiation already. We've talked to him about it. We're gonna continue to negotiate on that to see if we can get that. And I understand completely as far as, percentages, they keep some and we keep some. Yes, sir. And we'll
Just make it
continue.
more profitable.
definitely. Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, a question?
Sir?
Thank you, Ronnie. The events, usually a big success. I know our family enjoys it every year, and we show up. Question is, I know the time, you're in February, and I know we get a lot of cold fronts and
Mhm.
rain. What's your plan B for the actual concert?
So the concert is rain or shine. We've encountered this before, and that goes with any other event. However, we've prepared for that as far as seeing if we can purchase or rent tents for that. We do as a festival. We've purchased insurance. We have insurance already, but there's also additional rain insurance that helps cover for this magnitude of an event. As far as that, obviously, safety is our number one, priority. We're always in touch with, PD and fire and the staff here at the City of Edinburg as far as what is the best options for us. And going down to the wire, we have contingency plans, we have emergency evacuation plans, all that good stuff. So we do have a lot of measures in place. We don't like to talk about rain, but it's something, we do make sure we have something lined up for that day.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great. Anything else? Okay, this is not an action item, right? This is
Yes.
just a presentation, but just me personally, Ronnie, I'd rather you guys have it at our park, and not have somebody else dipping into you guys' profits, but that's just me personal. But
understand.
figure it out, whatever you guys want to do, and I'm sure the action item will be on our next agenda at the end of the month, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. President, at this time, we did already give 1,000 to them, but we can go ahead and put another.
What do we-
They're asking for title sponsorship.
What did we give you last year, Ronnie? 15, I think?
Yes, so I don't have the figures with me, but I know I provide them, but for the past 5 years, I think it's been 15. Yes.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for coming out and presenting.
No,
Appreciate it.
thank you for having us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Number 5, discuss and consider approval of the EEDC small business programs. Is our 5 and 10? Or are we bringing it back?
So one of the main things that happens, Mr. President and Board, is that a number of people contact us asking if there's any kind of grants. Now, we did budget for this fiscal year some money for any kind of small business program grants that we'd like to institute. So we would like to kick it off. I know, if any of you all have some ideas that you would like to see or programs that you'd like for us to implement, we could go ahead and do so. Now, I had asked Michael, who's in charge of these grants, to do a quick little presentation, give a rundown of just some ideas that we're starting to come up with. And of course, all of these can be tweaked, and every single one of these, anybody who would get approved has to be approved by the board, all right? So that's something to keep in mind, that it would have to come before the board for you all to vote on it up or down to giving any kind of grants. Okay?
Mike, before you start with this presentation, why don't you give the new board kind of like a summary of who we helped last year and what it is exactly what we're doing?
So in the past, we had a small business grant, which was the 5 and 10 grant. That was what we went from, which gave businesses that were here for 5 years up to 5,000 if they were here in Edinburg.
Something's wrong with your mic, Mike, or
So-
move back or something,
back.
I don't know.
If they were here for up to 10 years, a little better?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
All right. So if they, depending on the time that business was in Edinburg, 5 years to 10 years, that's the how we granted the grant money. So they either got $5,000 for facade renovations, or up to $10,000 for facade renovations. And if I'm correct, I believe we had budgeted last year with that $100,000 for that program. Those monies were depleted. We did great. There was a lot of our businesses that